Pasta in any form is my absolute favorite thing to eat. You can almost say that it's my carb kryptonite. And this beef cannelloni bake hits all the right notes. When I usually make pasta, I do it quick and easy where I cook the pasta in one pot and throw everything else in a pan and then just mix it all together. But today I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm making a homemade marinara sauce and a cheesy bechamel sauce. But you can skip this whole process and just use a jar of store-bought sauce to make this much faster. But if you have the time, try making this at home. Not only is it easy and delicious, it's also a lot better for you than the store-bought ones. Chop up your onion and garlic and blend the tomatoes until you have a rough puree. Simply saute the onion and garlic in some olive oil until it softens. Season with some salt and pepper. Now please don't come at me, but I don't really like the taste of pepper, so I'm skipping it. Pour in the blended tomato. You can even finely chop up some tomato and add it in, but I prefer to blend it because for one, it's easier than chopping up all those tomatoes, and also it cooks and breaks down much faster. Give this a quick stir and add in the thyme, bay leaves, dried oregano, chili flakes, paprika powder, and tomato puree. Stir and let it start to simmer. Fill the can that the puree came in with water and add that into the sauce and bring it up to a simmer again. While the sauce is simmering, let's make the cheese sauce or the bechamel. Really, you can use a store-bought jar for this as well, but it's actually not that much effort. Melt the butter, stir in the flour. Keep stirring until the flour has cooked through and just starting to brown. Swap out your spatula for a whisk. Pour in the milk a little at a time and whisk it in, ensuring that there are no lumps of flour. Once all the milk has been whisked in, add in the grated cheddar and mozzarella and whisk until everything is mixed through and thickened. Taste and season at this point. When it's done, it should be thick and stringy like this. Add in half the chopped parsley, stir, and set this aside for later. We will be using this when assembling the cannelloni to bake. By the time you finish making the cheese sauce, the marinara sauce should be done simmering. Taste, season, and pour this out into a bowl. Get the same pan reheating. Add some olive oil, and once it's heated, add in the minced beef. Break this up using a spoon. Season the meat with some salt and paprika powder and give it a quick stir. Make sure that this is evenly distributed in the pan so that it browns easier. Once the meat has browned and any water or juices has evaporated, pour in half of the marinara sauce. Save the other half for later when we assemble the bake. Give this a mix and add in half a cup of water. Season, stir well, reduce the heat and let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's cooked through, let it cool down, and if you're impatient like me, just keep it in front of a fan. Once the meat has cooled down, we can start to assemble the cannelloni. Get an oven-proof dish and pour in the leftover half of the marinara sauce and spread it to cover the bottom. Now, I thought the easiest way to fill the pasta shells is to put the meat in a piping bag and pipe it in. I've seen so many videos of this being done, but sadly, in reality, this made a huge mess. Maybe my filling was a little too chunky, I don't know. Anyway, it was much easier to spoon the mixture in instead of piping it in. Fill the cannelloni shells with the meat and lay it out neatly on the bed of marinara sauce. Make sure to fill from both sides so that the meat sauce is evenly distributed inside the cannelloni shell. We are using uncooked cannelloni shells. This will cook through when you bake it. You can actually even use some cooked lasagna sheets. Pipe the meat in the middle, roll and place it on the baking dish if you can't get your hands on the cannelloni shells. Once all your shells are filled with the meat and you have covered the entire base of the dish, top this with the bechamel sauce. Spread it evenly to cover the entire top. And then sprinkle on some more grated cheese. Bake this at 180 for about 30 minutes until the top is nice and golden, the sides are bubbling, and the pasta is cooked through. Sprinkle on the rest of the chopped parsley and serve hot. This is the ultimate comfort dinner. Yes, it takes a little bit of time to make, but this is so yummy that the extra work is so worth it. And that is my version of a beef cannelloni bake. Please try this at home over the weekend. And as always, please hit that subscribe button for more recipes like this one. See you in the next video. Bye.